Hi, friends. It's Randy
and Jess,
and we're going to cut the bullshit.
And let's get into women's mental health.
Welcome to the podcast, Unapologetically All Over the Place with Randy and Jess, where we talk about women's mental health issues and how it's all normal.
It's a thin line between gratitude and comparison.
In this episode, we're going to talk about what it means to be grateful as we move forward into November, where we're constantly told we should be grateful and focus on being grateful.
We're going to explore why gratitude can be hard, why it feels forced, and what you can do to be grateful and not compare yourself to others.
So have you ever had the thoughts or feelings like,
you're so lucky?
Wow, things seem to work out so easy for you.
Well, somebody else has it worse.
At least that's not you.
At least you have your job.
This is toxic positivity in high alert.
Right? Just like toxic. We did that episode a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, we have an episode that you can listen to called Toxic Positivity.
Why are we focusing on gratitude then for this episode?
Well, because in November, like we said, it's all about like the holidays and families, and it's a National Gratitude Month, and it pushes us and encourages us to embrace the power of gratitude. But with that can also come with a lot of negativity with the positivity.
Right. So when we focus on gratitude, a lot of us will say, they connect it to being thankful, right? Because Thanksgiving and we should all be thankful and go around the table and say what we're thankful for, right? But the difference is that thankfulness is a reaction, whereas gratitude is a chosen state of being.
So again, thankfulness is the reaction. Gratitude is the state. So like that's the difference between them.
You hand me a present and I'm like, oh, wow, thank you, right? It's a reaction. Yeah. But whereas gratitude is being able to say,
action.
I am appreciative of this. I'm grateful for this.
Right.
It is an action of it, right?
Right. Or showing how you are thankful for that gift. I mean, because you're not always going to be grateful for everything you get.
No.
It might be something that you hate. So you wouldn't be thankful.
You're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess we should say, what are the benefits of the gratitude practice? Why do we want to be grateful for things?
So there are a lot of studies that show that being grateful and focusing on gratitude can help improve your sleep quality, improve how you regulate your emotions, increase feelings of happiness and overall mood.
Ooh, is it that serotonin stuff?
Yeah.
Right? It's increasing your serotonin.
Yeah. Hashtag, I don't have enough serotonin for this shit.
Right?
Just like our sweatshirts we have. It helps you feel like hopeful for the future. Okay. And it can reduce like your burnout rate, things with like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and overall stress.
So really what I'm hearing is a form of appreciation, right? Whether being thankful for a specific situation or a wider like life perspective.
It's the belief that you can connect to your feelings of appreciation and gratitude, and that with that, you may feel happier and more satisfied that you're like connecting those things together.
Okay, but what I'm also hearing is that we're going to be comparing, a lot of times we compare our own situations to others, whereas we know with social media that that's really harmful.
Yes. And so that's where kind of this is like a gray area and a slippery slope that you can slide down into with feeling grateful. But then you're like, wait, like so-and-so is doing this or got this. Like I am thankful for this, but maybe I would be like more thankful or have more gratitude if, I had this. And like, we tend to think that way. I would say, especially like as women, like we can tend to kind of like spin our thoughts.
Or compare ourselves to people that we think are doing better than us.
Right.
When really, as we know with social media, that's all they show.
So we don't know their situation.
Exactly.
It could be like they're in a dark, deep, depressive hole, but they're posting a really shiny picture. And then we're comparing that, but like we don't really know the reality.
It's very harmful because it doesn't justify where we are. And that's the other thing about being false gratefulness or gratitude is that sometimes it's a sucky day and that's all it is.
Right. And it's like, so you might feel like there's nothing to be grateful for. Like you might want to burn your gratitude journal like that day. And that's okay to feel feel that way. And that's what we referenced too in our toxic positivity episode, is that you don't have to be happy and shiny and grateful 24/7. Just because you're off one day is not the end of the world.
Absolutely. Let's go back to there's a theory called social comparison theory, right? Started back in the 50s by this guy, Leon Festinger. And this theory says that people constantly evaluate themselves and others in areas like whether they're attractive, if they have enough money, if they're smart or successful.
They're showing that at least 10% of our thoughts throughout the day are in some way, shape, or form comparing something, whether, like you said, that's like beauty, finances, our education, what we deem successful. We are cycling those thoughts throughout our day, at least 10%.
That's a lot of time to be comparing ourselves.
I would say that when you think about that. Yeah.
10% of the day that we're awake, if we're comparing ourselves, I could be doing other stuff with that.
Yeah. So why are you doing that?
Right? It's toxic. Well, it's probably learned. We figure out how we stack up against others, and that is how we figure out whether or not we've made it, right? Mm-hmm. Or at least that's what we've been told.
And so research is showing people who regularly compare themselves to they can find some motivation to improve, but that can also pair with this almost obsession to improve things. And then you can start feeling dissatisfaction with where you're at with that, guilt, remorse, or start with the obsessiveness and worry about it. An eating disorder could pop up, or you start lying to yourself or other people. Yeah, things are great. This is going, and you're world is falling apart because you want to feel like you're at a certain level. You're doing more harm than good at times.
It's hard to say that you're having a bad day. It's hard to say that you don't feel, see, here I go, you don't feel as good as the person next to you. Mm-hmm. How do you know how they feel? Because you're comparing what they look like. You're comparing what you look like. So basically, this dude back in the 50s already knew social media was going to screw us up.
And it's always been that way, any type of media. Thinking back, the early 20s and stuff, when they started using propaganda and things like that, you're a housewife, or you're this, or you should buy this, all comes back to advertising.
Advertising. The evil advertising.
Let's call it what it is. It is all propaganda. Started with the war. They moved it into home shopping goods, and we're here today.
Right? Next thing you know, we have to have that ice maker.
Yes, but we do.
We do.
Ice maker is life-changing. Just side note.
It'll be here in a couple of days. Thank you, Amazon.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Theodore Roosevelt called comparison the thief of joy.
And I say that all the time because it is very true. And when we were kind of discussing this episode and researching it, thought back to even in one of the 10 commandments, it's been, of course, twisted and said differently, but it's
no, shocker.
But it's thou shalt not covet thy neighbor, things like that. You're not supposed to want.
I thought it was thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah. But
oh, okay.
Wife, nugget ice maker, whatever it is, you're coveting, I'm just
good ice maker though. Come on. There's a reason it's number one.
It has changed my life. It brings me a lot of gratitude. But yeah, so I'm just saying, throughout history, they have said, when you compare yourself, you're not going to feel 100%.
That is one of the things I see in my practice all the time, is that women are always comparing themselves to other women. Mm-hmm. We talk about we don't really dress for men. Let's be real. No. We dress up for other women.
Yeah, we want our friends to be like, you look cute.
You look
I
cute.
said to you today, I was like, damn, you look good, girl.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
But we don't dress up for other the opposite sex, or whoever we're attracted to. It's not necessarily the opposite sex.
Yeah.
But we dress up for other women. We dress up for our friends. We dress up not just for us. Sometimes it's because we don't want to be judged.
Yeah, that's true. And in my other company where I do social media and stuff, I am very transparent about showing, when I'm wearing a cute outfit and stuff, that I'm also a hot mess the other 50% of the time, and wearing, pajamas to work from home. Because in social media, it can feel like constantly comparing, you have your shit together because you're wearing a cute outfit. And I'm I try to be very real and upfront with my followers that that's not true.
And I was just showing this morning or yesterday that for me in my office, you see this nice picture. It's nice and clean. Everything is organized behind me.
Yeah.
And then if you pan to the right where the screen doesn't show, all of my Prime boxes have come in. All of my
She has a lot of Prime boxes.
all my art supplies are there.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a hot mess right now. And so I was showing somebody yesterday. I was like, all right, hang on. And I panned, I moved my monitor over.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, that makes me feel better. And I was like, oh, good.
Yeah. And I think that is so important when like learning to practice like gratitude and things like that, that we in that moment do not compare to other people. And more importantly, understand they are probably struggling too. Mm-hmm. They probably have dishes in the sink too. They probably have washed that load of laundry 5 times too.
What? No.
Or it's already smelly and mildewy in there, you know. So just speaking from experience. But yeah, and having more kindness to ourselves and other people too. Like not thinking like she has her shit together because she has those awesome boots on. No, actually she only slept 2 hours last night, aka
but
me.
She still has, really good boots on. Sometimes it's so difficult to show or be or say gratitude. And there's reasons why, right? And the main one I'm going to go through is that like we often overlook these red flags in relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Like we're being so grateful for whatever that
we're in a relationship or like we're not alone.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm not alone. It could be worse. Like, we talked about that too with like the emotional abuse. Like it could be worse. Well, it could be a lot better. These things like feeling grateful or like trying to kind of like downplay why you should be grateful make a true practice of gratitude difficult.
And it also goes through and like forces us to appreciate things that don't serve us anymore, right? Mm-hmm. I was also telling the story about I've been carrying around these jeans going, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get back in these jeans. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get back in these jeans. Yeah. Meanwhile, I've had a kid, married. I've now lost 85 pounds.
Right.
These jeans, one, they didn't fit my body anymore because my body had changed from said kid. And two, all of a sudden, I've lost weight to the point where they're too big. So I've wasted how many moving trucks, moving these
plus the space, the emotional baggage, literally,
of these jeans that no longer serve me.
They didn't serve a purpose for the last 15 years either, and they're not going to serve a purpose in the future. But thinking about that too, like how much emotional shit do we carry like that with us too?
In that pair of jeans. Right. And they're still in my closet because I'm like...
physically have it too.
Yes. And I'm going, it was the one day. And I was like, I still have them in the closet because I got to get rid of them.
So listen, this attaches to that. Instead of finding the perfect pair of jeans during that moment that fit your body and made you feel like a badass, that you felt hot, sexy, confident or whatever in, you were thinking about one day I'm going to fit into those jeans. Do you see how that counteracted that? Mm-hmm. So that's why gratitude can be so friggin' hard.
Right, because I was like, I can't wait. And I'll be so grateful when I can fit into these jeans again. Well, guess what? Now they're too big and they're not even comfy. I don't even know what I was thinking. And they're probably
like not even like the style like you would wear anymore, right? Like, and you're like, why do I still have these?
Well, the reality is the kids are all wearing the style again.
Oh, well, that's true. Stuff does cycle back, but don't hold on to that. Let it go.
Right? They're going to go, believe me. Another thing is that can gloss over things that need our attention, right? Because we're being so grateful for, trying to be so grateful that we're not paying attention to the things that are like, hey, I need you. Hey, I need this.
Yeah, we're not actually focusing on the moments that deserve true gratification and gratefulness. We're not pausing to respect those things that are actually like bringing us joy and peace.
Being in the moment. I was just talking about that this morning on Instagram. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So it goes back to that toxic positivity or what we call false gratitude.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and that's creates, insecurity because it's not authentic.
Nope. Not authentic. Oh, I have, such a,
And we're very authentic here. You guys know.
Right? And it's also sometimes when we have false gratitude, it's also because we're being forced. It's like the expectation when someone gives you a gift
Yeah, like we were talking, like they're expecting a response from you and you're trying to give the expected response. I don't like to open gifts in front of people because I don't want to feel like I'm having to meet their expectations. I want to process it and then be like, and for me too, I need time to like think and process things. And then I want to be like, oh my God, like this was really like so thoughtful. Like, thank you for this. This is the reason I enjoy this. Like, I appreciate this so much, instead of just like this fake, like, oh my God, thank you so much.
I have a friend, every time she does that, oh my God, thank you so much. And she's super excited. She doesn't like it. And then
that's me.
Right. And then when she goes through and she's, really quiet and you think she doesn't like it, that's when she's like, oh,
yes,
it really touched her. So
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, you didn't like it. Oh, you liked it.
Oh, no.
It's totally opposite of whatever she is.
I'm that way too. Cause I'll be like almost like shocked, when I get like gifts are my love language. And I like giving gifts too. So,
and you're a good gift giver. I mean, you're really good at it.
I'm like really thoughtful when I actually spend time doing it.
And I'm always terrified. I'm always like, please don't let me pull Randy on this thing. Please don't let me pull Randy, because like she is so good at it, and it would just cause me so much anxiety because I'm not as good.
And I think that's why people don't like giving me gifts, because I'm like good at it, and like I will spend literally like hours like trying to find like the perfect gift for somebody. But then sometimes I'm like, it stresses me out, and then I'm just like, forget it. This is what you're getting. But yeah, so it can take away from that when it's not, your gratitude isn't genuine and harmful. And you can see how that can like kind of like hurt like friendships and relationships too.
Because it feels demanded.
Yeah,
it feels like someone is saying, you must be grateful.
Yeah. So like even I don't let my kids at birthday parties and stuff like open up presents because I don't want them to feel like forced to give like a reaction. We can do this later. You can process it and then you can thank everybody at a different time.
That reminds me, it's like when, this is old school, I know, but when people expect a thank you card for a gift they gave you.
Sorry, I don't do that.
Oh, I don't either.
I quit it. You know what I found the other day? 30 gift thank you notes for baby shower gifts I had received 7 years ago that I never mailed out. And I don't feel guilty about it.
No, and I don't do thank you notes, because if you're expecting a thank you note for a gift you give, then it's not truly a gift.
Right. It comes with an expectation.
Yes.
And this is all these cycling things that we start seeing these connections. If you guys have listened to our past episodes and stuff about this and how all this stuff can be intertwined with like the gaslighting and like expectations of women and like
anxiety.
Yeah,
this is so anxiety provoking.
Right.
Because then you're like, I have to tell them what I'm going to do with this gift besides give it away. And then they're going to get mad because they want to know where this gift is in 6 months.
I know, like I'll read like weird things, like people like comment like, oh my God, like I have to take this statue out that my mother-in-law gave me like 10 years ago and I hate it and it's so gross, but it like, if I don't have it out, like she's going to be like so I'm like, why? That's about her, not you.
It's not a gift.
It's not a gift. Nope. Like I see so many things in like moms groups and stuff of like women talking about that stuff, or like how their, in-laws or even their own, parents expect their kids to play with certain toys or do certain things or wear certain clothes they bought them. No, you do not own anybody shit. You do not owe anybody shit.
Ooh, did we strike a nerve there?
Yeah.
Wow. Check out that
I don't
nerve.
do it with my family. I'm not a people pleaser in that way. I would never, but I see so many women do it. Like it makes me cringe because I feel like you're like shrinking yourself and almost like bowing down in front of another person.
And then honestly, it's like when you fake an orgasm, then they're going to keep doing the same thing.
Right. Why?
And then you're never going to have a real orgasm because they think they're doing it right.
No, teach them. Teach them what you want and what you need. Communicate. That's why I send out a gift list of what my kids
I thought she was going to talk about orgasms. Okay, go ahead.
No,
she's like, I send out a
documentary about where to. No, I am very much like, no, don't do that. Do this. I feel like a lot of women are like fearful. Why? You're going to have better sex. You're going to have a better relationship. Tell him, don't touch that area. Touch this area. Get up in there. Curve that. like move this way. Like, no, I don't like that. Yes, I like that. Do that again. I am very vocal with that. Like, I don't want to I'm not wasting my time.
You're killing me over here. You are killing me over here.
But anyway, same thing. You can apply orgasm or gifts. make that Amazon wish list. Send it out for your kids. I made my husband a better gift giver by being very specific. This is what I want. You can choose from it. Okay, now I'm happy. He's happy. And now my friends are always like, how he gives you the best presents.
You're like, I picked those out.
He now knows I've done it enough, like over the years. He can now pick out a gift on his own without referencing my Amazon wish list. It takes a lot of training, and it's taken a lot of communication, and it's taken a lot of discussions about
communication, discussions,
about
training.
Like, this does not, like, gift giving is important to me. It's not to him. He doesn't care. Yeah. I love buying him gifts, but he doesn't really care, like, but I do. So I'm like, buy me a good gift or we're not friends anymore. So
okay, note taken. I need your list.
No.
Okay, so let's go back to being grateful.
Yeah.
How then do we actually practice gratitude and being grateful?
Be real, like authentic, communicate. Don't fake it till you make it. Don't fake that orgasm. Don't fake your happiness about whatever it is, whether that person's giving you time, space, a gift. It doesn't apply to physical things only. Thank you for giving me your time. Like, thank you. Like, Jess and I were just talking earlier, like, about, we were both trying to be like so hypersensitive to each other's like times and schedules. I was
like, I didn't want to impose on your time. I know you're really busy.
Yeah, and I was like, I know Fridays are really hectic for you right now. And we were like, both like, oh my God, like we were trying to be, but then we were like, oh, that's so thankful, but we need to be a little bit harder with each other. Like, no, we were being a little too nice.
Focusing on like some of the small things, right? Go small versus the big ones. We don't have to be authentic. Like, this was a great day. Okay, maybe the entire day didn't suck. Maybe it wasn't great. Yeah. But it's also being grateful that, you know what? I'm really grateful that we did get to do time to do this today because I enjoy being able to do this.
Yes, exactly.
I'm grateful. Hold on. My dog is snoring if you guys can't hear that. Hold on. I got to wake him up here. Hold on. All right. That is not Randy. The other thing, yes, I'm sorry. The other thing would be to validate. Validation is such a huge thing. It's like validating your emotions. Yeah. Practicing validation, right? My huge thing is that it's not black and white. It can be an and. There's no or.
Yeah, you can feel gratitude and anger. You can feel gratitude and disappointment. You can feel, like you said, you could be maybe grateful for like one side of the coin, but disappointed in the other. And that's okay. But like, then you can be like, okay, I know I'm disappointed with this, but I am grateful for this. And that, like you said, comes with authenticity and validation. Becoming comfortable with yourself and your emotions is really where this needs to stem from.
Well, and understanding that your feelings are real and to validate yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
And you're worthy. Like we say every episode, you are worthy. You are worthy of being upset. You're worthy of being grateful.
You're worthy of those big feelings, and you don't have to hide your big feelings.
Right.
I see that all the time. That
be
women,
okay with them. Talk about them.
Right.
Validate them.
And stay away from comparisons. It just isn't a good thing to compare yourself to others because we don't know their whole story.
And like I do this with self still weekly. It's something I use with clients with like CBT therapy, which is cognitive behavioral theory. And I literally imagine a big red stop sign in my head, like, stop thinking this way. And I will have to like pause and be like, why am I thinking this way? Is this really the reality? What am I perceiving? And what is really happening? Kind of have to like have like a little mini like powwow with myself in my head. Like,
I don't think she does it in her head though. I think she really has a powwow in the car. I think she's just having this conversation down the road and you think she's on the phone and she is not.
But I'm just yelling down the road like at myself.
Right.
But and that's a way for you to care for yourself. And then sometimes if you can't, like, get help that you need, like talk to a friend, talk to a therapist, take the responsibility of caring for yourself and taking the comparison away and talk about it and work through it.
I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this before. I did an experiment a couple of years ago, probably more like 7 years ago. I had a new DSLR camera, and this was when people were doing a big photo of a day challenge and things you're grateful for. Well, I changed it to, I don't know, whatever I thought was cool or made me happy or whatever. At first, it was really hard to remember to do a photo of the day.
Oh, yeah. Now they have those apps and stuff that you can do. Yeah.
But it was hard to remember to do a photo of the day. It was hard to, go, oh, what's cool and what's different. And then I remember about 2.5 months in, I found myself sitting in this traffic. It was this awful area. It was rainy. I looked over and there was a double rainbow and I was like, oh, that would make a really cool photo. And from that moment on, my photos got better and better and better. And it was easier for me to see them. And it wasn't false. It wasn't anything, but it was like I changed my vision.
Yeah. You
right?
flipped your script.
I flipped my script and I can see a different, like, oh, that'd make a cool photo. And I did it for an entire year, and I did it again for an entire year. And it just, I could see differently because I was looking for something that was cool. And so there are things to do, even if you're not feeling gratitude, there are things that you can do to help you, like different
to work
ideas.
towards that, right?
Yeah.
So like you said, like thinking of it from a different perspective or thinking of it from another's perspective. And how might they feel? And I think that goes hand in hand with becoming more empathetic, which I feel we lack a lot of.
Compassion.
And in this society. And just like you said, you were finding a connection and joy like in that moment where like everything was like chaos around you. And you thought like that double rainbow like brought you joy and you could focus on that. And so that small pinpoint, you could just like thumbtack that. Like that is what is bringing me joy right now. I'm grateful for that 1 second, in that hour that was like total chaos.
It was the daily practice of that, of looking for it, because it's all around us. And sometimes we have to look for it.
Dig deep sometimes.
There's the beginning photos. I was digging deep. It was a deep dig. But, what I also have people do is they'll like a gratitude journal. I'll have them write 3 things because I think 10 things is kind of hard.
Yeah. And we have a free one on the website too. You guys can download.
3 things that you're grateful for that day. And it could just be anything simple, nothing false, but like, I'm really glad I had coffee this morning. Like I was so excited for my cup of coffee this morning.
Yeah. And if you can't journal it, text it to yourself. I don't know, like voice memo yourself.
Just say it out loud.
Yeah, say it out loud, or even say it, in your head, like, man, that was really cool right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. It doesn't have to be major. Like, I love buying journals. I love writing, but, like, I'm not very good at, like, keeping up with them. So.
No. And it's not like a Dear Diary.
Yeah.
The other one is, like, acts of kindness. So we were at the Starbucks a couple weeks ago, my daughter and I. And there was a lady behind us. And I was like, let's pay for her coffee. She was like, why? And I was like, why not? And she was like, okay. And so we paid for this lady's coffee or whoever it was. I don't know. I'm assuming it was a lady. Paid for her coffee, it was her chai latte or whatever. And we went off. And my daughter was like, that was really cool. I'm like, yeah, just something for fun. And then the lady was driving by us because we were at a light. And she goes, oh, Mom, here she comes. What do I do? What do I do? I'm like, just act normal.
Yeah.
I don't know if she knows it was us or not. It's not a big deal. We're not looking
We're not doing it for validation.
Right.
Yeah.
And she says, she looked at her and she goes, she had such a smile on her face, Mom. And she wasn't looking at us, but she said she was just driving with a smile on her face. I said, we could have absolutely made her day.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute. I have heard on the opposite side from Starbucks employees and some other people, because I have a lot of low-income clients that have said that really stresses them out because then they feel forced to pay for the person behind them.
Oh, and you know what?
And they don't know if they could afford it. And I want to say, like, with that, the Starbucks people, I think, have learned to say, like, you do not need to, like, pass this on to somebody, or, like, don't worry about it and stuff like that. So I love random acts of kindness. I love doing that kind of stuff. But, like,
the reason I did that, though, was because there was nobody behind her.
Oh, so perfect.
So there was not a line.
Not like a long line that, like, needs to be, like, because somebody's like, what if, they ordered, like $50 worth of, like, Starbucks, and I can't afford that. And, like, I just wanted, like, my $1 cake pop.
No, the reason I did it that day was because there was nobody.
So you were more thoughtful.
Yeah, there was nobody behind us. I wasn't trying to create this, like, thoughtful train.
Yeah, okay.
It was really just for that one person in that one moment. Yeah. And my daughter goes, she said that, but what if there's a person behind him? And I was like, nobody's behind him. Yeah. This is just about them.
Well, because you've raised a thoughtful kid, but because you're a thoughtful person. But
oh, well, thank you. We did. We thought of that because I was like, I don't want to have to, I'm not trying to create something here, because I feel bad when I break it. Yeah. Because now I feel guilty that I didn't.
Right. And that's what can induce a lot of things. So but I love doing small, random things like that. And I do a lot of, like, fundraising and stuff like that. And I do not like validation for it. And it's really hard for me. We had done a big fundraiser.
She gets a little weird, just so you know.
Yeah. We did a big fundraiser a couple of years ago, and they wanted me to come and, like, present me with, like, a giant check for their social media. And I did not want to do it, but it was to help this nonprofit, right? And they wanted, to share, like, what I had done for them. And I was like, but I don't do this for recognition. I am the type of person that I don't need to be recognized for my service acts, because doing service acts is another love language of mine to give to my community and stuff like that. A lot of people do service acts for recognition. And for me, like, that doesn't validate, like, the gratitude I get from it. I would rather be, like, behind the scenes. But I realized, like, okay, it's helping them and, like, their presence, and they want other donors to know, like, we had done this. And so I was like, okay, I stepped out from behind the shadows to do, like, this big check picture. But yeah, it made me really uncomfortable. But I was like, okay, that was a way for them to express gratitude to me. And, like, I had to learn how to, like, accept it too.
It's also okay, Randy, to say, I'm not comfortable with that. Please accept it on my behalf.
Yes.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I love the holidays, especially, like, You've Been Booed, right? Especially, like, for October, like, that we did a couple in October. Yeah. But, like, what I do is I take out the part where you're supposed to redo it.
Right.
Because I hate that it's like a chainmail. Don't give me some, remember those chainmails? Chain letters, that's
My
it.
mom used to be, like, so paranoid about those.
I'm going to get bad luck if I don't send it to 7 of my friends.
This is weird. And, like, then it turned into, like, an email chain thing.
Spam.
And it was like, what?
Spam. Anyway, but we did that for the little boys across the street,
where you're
too.
expecting stuff. Yeah. Like, I like that you put, like, you do not need to. Because it's like, maybe they don't have, the money to make, like, that basket or do, whatever.
Well, and I don't want to create, like, we did a little basket and gave it to them, but I didn't do you're supposed to forward it, because I don't want to create that for that mom, because
more stress, more work. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to alleviate something and bring some joy, to their day and stuff.
And I just wanted to see them open it through my window like a peeping Tom. It was really fun, though, right? And my daughter ran over, rang the doorbell. She ran back. We did it all secretive.
Yeah. I love doing that stuff, too. And I don't, like, ever do it with, like, the intention of, like, expecting getting anything in return. And I think when you create those kind of realities and boundaries with yourself about your expectations for gratitude, it makes it more powerful,
Right.
And that is the type of things that help with increasing your serotonin and reducing your stress, like, and improving relationships and friendships. Jess is over here, like, knocking over all of our audio equipment.
I got so excited that, like, I knocked everything over. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to hold it now.
We're hot messes all the time. And learn to feel gratitude without the comparison and the guilt and things like that, like true gratitude that can improve your overall health.
I also want to say you don't have to have a gratitude practice. If you're rolling into November and you're like, I don't want to do this, don't do it.
It can be hard. Like, a lot of people have family issues. You can say fuck gratitude right now.
Right.
It's not your thing. It doesn't have to be your thing. You don't need to take on another thing.
Right. We don't need another thing. It's okay. If it's going to harm your mental health, we will both be the first people that say, don't do it.
Yeah, drop it. Put up that boundary. Like, I'm not doing a gratitude journal. Like, this is dumb. Like, this is one more thing on my plate. Okay.
And for those who have the gratitude practice of they give it up to God, they give it up to the universe, then keep it. If that works for you, then keep it.
Yeah, find how you can fit it in, work it for you, or dump it and cut it if it doesn't work for you. There's no guilt, no shame here.
Nope. If it doesn't serve a purpose, it's okay to let it go.
Yep, exactly. Thank you guys for listening in on this episode, and we'll chat with you more next time.
Chat with you later.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks for listening and normalizing mental health with us.
Don't forget to check out our free resources and favorites on our website, unapologeticallyrandyandjess.com.
Like and share this episode and tune in next week.